What is going on? Welcome back. You guys didn't know I was just live for Rad Company episode 1, season 4 with Daniel from over at the Cobwebs channel. And now I'm here. So we just did that first episode. It was a little over an hour. Usually I like to keep those about 60 minutes, but we were chatting. And then my internet started acting up a little bit. So we kind of ended. And then I restarted the computer. And now I'm back here to do a live stream that I was supposed to do last night, but I was just so tired when I got home. I just could not do it. So I want to hurry and do this now because I do have a full day of work tomorrow. So I want to kind of get this out of the way now, talk about some stuff that's new, talk about what I picked up because I've just got so much stuff here that if I don't do it now, I don't know when I'm going to do it because I've got a lot of shows coming up. And I just want to kind of showcase things that I picked up, things that I recommend, things that I don't. So when guys trickle in, just say what is going on, and we'll get this thing started. So Magic Hands, what's up, Mike? How are you doing, man? Hope you had a good, safe travel back to Chicago. Blu-ray Addict, what is up? Sam Crow, what's going on? Tom, what is up? Don Morton, Gus, people are pouring in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, I have a lot to talk about. We've got, what do you want to talk about first? We can talk about some of the new titles like Hellraiser, Paramount Scares. I'll give you my reviews, showcase, and then we'll go through my haul because I do have quite a bit of stuff here. So let's get this started. First thing is first, Paramount Scares. This just came in yesterday, I think, or the day before. And I want to talk about it because people have been getting this. I want to give you my thoughts on it, a little rundown. And basically, this is the first box set from Paramount's new line called Paramount Scares. So, in the grand scheme of things, Paramount focusing a lot more on the horror genre. I love it. I think it's something really cool, really good for the genre that they're focusing a lot more on it. I think that's important for us to, as horror fanatics and fans, to get more horror movie stuff. Paramount being a huge company, I think it's really, really cool that they're going to put a lot more time into their horror catalog and then maybe getting some new stuff in that we maybe have been waiting for, right? So when it comes to this line, and this set particularly, what are my overall thoughts on it? It's kind of 50-50. I think, like I said, the idea of them doing this and putting more emphasis on horror, I think is really good. I like that. What do I think about the presentation? From the outside, it's okay, but this box is very big. Now, I'm not a big fan of huge boxes like this. That's why I never bought any of those like big sets that Columbia was doing, all these other people were doing, because I just don't have anywhere to store these shelves. So it was something I was never really into. And also, too, when it came to the titles that was part of this set, okay, when this was announced, the big title was Pet Cemetery, okay. So Pet Cemetery being a Paramount title, that was one of the ones they were going for. Then you knew Rosemary's Baby was another one, which is great because I love Rosemary's Baby. It was in need of a 4K. Crawl was another one. It's interesting. Crawl, I've never seen it. I own it, but I've never watched it. And then Smile, which is another one. Those were the ones that we were told was coming in this set. And there was going to be one mystery title in this set. And they were hyping the mystery title. Never been on 4K before. It was one of those things that everybody was speculating. What could it be? Could it be a new movie, an old movie? Oh my God, what is it? And then when we got the set and we realized what it was, I personally was a little bit I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, guys. The internet's been really wonky tonight. That's not like my internet here. I don't know what's going on. But the mystery title was Sweeney Todd. Now, is that a good movie? I mean, it's okay. for me. I mean, for some people, they might love it, but if that's like the big hype is the Sweeney Todd was the big reveal, a little underwhelmed in my opinion. So when I look at this set, I'm gonna kind of open it now. Again, big box. Don't care for this. It's not really something I can display really well. I would probably have to take these out and display them together because this is just too big. I mean, it's not going to fit on my shelf. I don't have enough space to fit this on the top of a shelf. Maybe some people do, but my worry is that this is a volume 1 and they're going to come out with more of these and then everybody's supposed to somehow I don't know what they want us to do with them. I don't like it. I like box sets, but not this big. And I know why they needed to do it. I get it. I know why they needed to do this. This box set has a pretty, Stranger Things looking vibe to it. It's got the logo in the middle. It's just a thick box. And honestly, this was the main reason I bought this. Was two main reasons. Number one, it was included was an exclusive Fangoria magazine. Now, it's a little bit thinner than your average Fangorias, especially the Fangorias that we get now, but they're really thick because they come out like bi-monthly and stuff. Um, this one is more like the magazines you would have got maybe back in the day, a little bit thinner. And they kind of go through, there's different ads in there, and they kind of go through a lot of the movies that we're getting in the set, which again is really cool. Look at that cover, it's got that old school look. You got Pet Cemetery on the front. This was one of the main reasons that I wanted this because Fangoria magazines in general are pretty pricey now, but to have one that you only can get in this set, I think this will become valuable. This issue will become valuable because if they don't release this in any other way, it's going to be pretty sought after by horror fans, Fangoria collectors, right? Um, but outside of that, when it comes to this set, the only other reason I really bought this set was I was curious about the mystery title because I was like, if it's only can get it in this set, it might be something I really want or need. And the idea that if this line goes away, like they don't progress it anymore, like it's a one and done deal, then at least I can have the one and only edition that they ever did. It kind of would become almost like a collector's edition. Um, so I wanted to get the first because, again, think about when it comes to things like Scream Factory. People look at my collection like, oh my God, I can't believe you have this. You have the Halloween 2 hat. You got the posters. Yeah, it's because I was there on day one. So the same thing here. I just didn't want to come back in 5 years, this set be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars because it was the first one, right? And then be bummed out that I just passed on it. And that's just from a collecting mindset. But when you really dig into the guts of this set, outside the Fangoria magazine, I'm not really impressed with it. But again, that's just me and what I'm interested in when it comes to collecting and all that other junk in movies and whatnot. Um, Again, the big box, I know they needed to do it because they needed to fit this magazine in, which I understand. Okay, I get it. From a display standpoint, it's probably nothing I'm going to display. But then you've got a sticker sheet, which again doesn't do anything for me. It's a little added bonus. Okay. You've got a pin, which you know me, I'm not really a pin guy, but again, it could be collectible. So it is what it is. That didn't make or break me buying the set. But and it's kind of got it's displayed nice in this box, like you see as you take this out, and you've got all the movies in here. Pretty nice, pretty cool the way it's stacked. But it's just they're just random, right? So it's not like it's a Pet Cemetery box set and you get all 4 Pet Cemetery. It's not that. It's just random titles that Paramount owns. And you've got these exclusive slipcovers. I'm not a big slipcover guy, so this doesn't really matter that much to me. It's just an image, and then it's got the spine. It just says the name of the movie. This is one I definitely wanted. Rosemary's Baby on 4K. I do have the Criterion Blu-ray, but like I said, I love this movie, so definitely wanted. So again, as you can see, you've got like an exclusive slip for the set. I mean, If this was the slip and it was without the set, I would have been underwhelmed because I like to have the titles on the front. Um, but again, I know this is just supposed to be for the set. Um, okay. Pet Cemetery, cool front. You got the cat there. You got church. The back, it says Pet Cemetery on the side. Now, here's another thing too, guys. Just so you know, if you have Pet Cemetery, if you have Pet Cemetery on 4K, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. So again, I had it, so now I've got it again. There's no difference here. There's not a difference. They didn't show us that it was going to be the exact same edition they already put out. Okay, so now I have two of that. Smile. This is the slip. Okay, image, I guess. But I was not a fan of this movie at all. I actually really didn't. I didn't like Smile whatsoever. I felt like it was just rehashed content of movies we've already seen before, and the CGI was terrible for 2023. So I was very excited to watch Smile. I thought I bought the 4K when it came out because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna really like this movie. I have a feeling the trailer looked really good, and I was very disappointed with Smile. And a lot of people like it, and a lot of people may like it, but I'm not a big fan of it. So I already owned this. So again, now I have it twice. Same exact edition. Um, so then we get in to the next one, which is Crawl. Got the gator on the front and the back. And again, I already own this. So this is the same. Got it. So I didn't need that. And then the last one was the mystery one, and that is Sweeney Todd. Cool image on there. But again, I had my title in the front. And this was the new to 4K, which again is okay. It's cool. But I'm not the biggest Sweeney Todd fan. And that's just a personal thing. I think it's okay. If you were to ask me, do I want this to be a hyped up mystery title? No. If Sweeney Todd would have came out by itself, would I have upgraded it? No. So again, I have it, but I would have never upgraded this personally. It's just not one that I would have felt like I needed to upgrade. But for some people, they might love this movie and are so happy to have it. I have a Blu-ray Steelbook or something. I'm happy with that. So again, I've got it. So in reality, for me, the Fangoria magazine and Rosemary's Baby was really the only thing in this that I care about. When it comes to the price, though, it actually was a good price. So I will give them that. The price was a good price for this. They could have probably charged more than this and people would have paid for it. But I think it was a pretty fair price. So I will give them that because a lot of these big sets that the companies put out are like a couple $100s. And I know they have more movies than this, but these are still all 4Ks. So I give them props on the pricing on this. Sorry, I might have just froze again. So at the end of the day, do I think this was a hit or a miss? I'd probably have to say more along the lines of a miss. And that's just my opinion. Now, again, the concept, cool. The Fangoria, cool. If you didn't own any of these titles in here and this was, you wanted to get this, then I think it was a great deal. The price was good. You got all the movies you didn't own. I still think the box is a little bit too big. But I know they needed to house the Fangoria in here. Honestly, I think the Fangoria is like the real clincher of this set. So if they were to do it again, the idea that there'd be another Fangoria would make another box. I think they're going to have to do it this way. I just wouldn't display the box. I'd probably store these boxes somewhere else, take the discs out, and kind of line them up together on the shelf. That's probably what I'm going to do, just because, again, to me, this just takes up too much space, and it really doesn't fit on any normal size DVD shelf because it's so high. So unless you have like a bookcase or something like that, but then when you get more of them, what are you going to do? Just take up every single shelf? I don't know, but that's my thoughts on this edition. Again, I love the idea that Paramount's given horror more notice. They're putting more into it. I like that idea. I like um, the Fangoria, the exclusive Fangoria in here. I think that maybe they should try to just not go back and re-release everything they've released. Like, give us something new. Maybe look at your line of 4Ks coming out and say, you know what, instead of going backwards and just using all the ones we've already released, let's put the next batch of the movies that we're going to release. Because again, like I said, and I didn't get Rosemary's Baby, which came out a week before this, but if I did and then bought this, I would have had everything except Sweeney Todd. So that's where I kind of feel like it was a little bit of a, I don't know. It was a little rough because again, the discs are all the same. Pet Cemetery, Crawl, what's the other one? Smile. It's the same exact disc that we had. So again, am I happy to have it? Yes, because this could be it, guys. Like, this could be it. And if this is it, and to have this as like, hey, remember when they tried to do this line and this was the only, then I'm happy because I'm a collector at heart anyways. So that was one of the main reasons. Was it like, if it flops, then at least I know I have this. If it does well and I realize and they more come out and I say, you know what, I'm done with this line, then at least I'll always have the original one, which again could be the one that ends up being more valuable later down the road. So that's my thoughts on this release. I didn't want to do a full video on it. I figured I could get a lot of stuff out of the way here. Definitely in the comments, let me know if you grab this. Are you going to grab this based on what I said? Is it still something that you're really looking forward to? I'm assuming it's still available. I didn't see it at my Best Buy today. I don't know if it's just an online exclusive. But again, that's just me. If I was to buy it again, I would say in my heart, I'd say I don't think it's worth it. But as a collector, I would have still bought it for the reasons that I said. Is that it's the first of a new line in the horror genre, which I can respect. It had a limited edition Fangoria in there. I did get my Rosemary's Baby 4K. So I would say at the end of the day, I'm happy to have it, but I don't know. There was just a lot that I just didn't care for when it came to this. But again, that's just my opinion. Now, moving on to something that I loved. Let me just make sure I'm good here. Sorry, I got so much stuff stacked up. Is the brand new 4K set for Hellraiser. This, in my opinion, could be release of the year. It's beautiful release. Arrow took the second sight way and gave you the shiny boxes, which I actually like a lot. That's kind of what Second Sight does. Is they have the more shiny boxes, and Arrow, I think this is the first time they've ever done this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this might have been the first time I've ever done this shiny box, and I just think it looks amazing. I'm gonna get one of those clear protectors for this thing and put on the top of a shelf. It's just a really nice addition. You got the chains on the back. I did showcase this on Instagram in a cool reel, and on YouTube. I think I did a short or something like that unboxing it. But inside you've got a book, and I mean this is a hardcover book, and look at how beautiful that is. It's just a really nice hardcover book. I mean, it's thick. Look at all this fun stuff you get in here. You get Frank, and very, very cool. I mean, I don't want to mess with it, but really, really nice hardcover book. This is legit. And then you're going to get into this. Inside, look at that. You see that there. And now watch this. I mean, how sick. You've got that like see-through slip. Then it's got the fold-out little digipack here. And it comes with 4 movies. Now, look at that. Boom. Look at the back. Now, I think I have one of the discs out. Oh, yeah, because I just got done watching it. It's right here. So I've watched everything except for part 4. So I will say I'm in the middle of watching this, but if you look at from this side, you've got that. And then you've got the 4 discs here. Beautiful, beautiful edition. So I watched part 1, 2, and 3. Part 1 looks incredible. I did have part 1 on Blu-ray. I had it on Anchor Bay. I did not own the Scarlet box, so again, I didn't have anything else on Blu-ray. So for me to be able to compare, I don't have that information. But part 1 looked absolutely freaking stunning. Um, and part 2 and 3 looked really good. I mean, I think 1 looked the best. 2 and 3 look good. I mean, I watched the unrated cut of 3. So in a lot of the scenes that they put back in, it was like standard def. So that kind of, that kind of sucked a little bit, but again, it is what it is. We got a version of the movie that we didn't have before. I love that. This thing is loaded with features. It's in my opinion, it's one of the best sets of the year. It really is. I mean, and for the price for 4 movies, and then you get multiple versions of a movie, like, and you get all this cool stuff in here. They knocked it out of the park. I could not be happier with this. Um, and sorry guys, I know I'm not going to the chat. It's just I don't want to be on here all night. But if anybody throws a super in, I'll make sure I notice it. Here's one. Um, but so thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep going with this, and I'll get back to you guys in a second. I do have a super chat actually. Let me see. Who was it? Mike. Michael. Michael. Been holding off on the Hellraiser set. I wasn't wild about the packaging and still kind of on the stuff. Man, I'm telling you, I don't have the Scarlet box, so I have nothing to compare it to. But I'm going to tell you, this is so good, man. Go on my YouTube, the full unboxing I did of this, the showcase. It's incredible. I highly recommend that. If I had to choose between Hellraiser and this Scares box, I would choose this any day of the week. The thing with the Scares box, I think a lot of people are going to feel like FOMO about it. And they're like, oh, I should probably get it. If you have the movies in there, I would say get Rosemary's Baby and call it a day. I really don't think Sweeney Todd is necessary for 4K. If you're not like a diehard Sweeney Todd fan, I would say if you have a Blu-ray, that's fine, in my opinion. And I also think Sweeney Todd's going to come out on 4K standalone. It's not going to only be for this set. It will be for this set right now, but the slip cover is what's going to be the exclusive to this set. If it comes out, it's going to probably have a slip cover that matches the artwork. I don't think that movie's going to only be in this set forever. So if you really, really only need Sweeney Todd out of everything here, I think it's going to come. You just need patience. But Mike, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. You've been such a good support for the channel, man, and I'm so glad that you're part of it, dude. Thank you again. I really, really, really appreciate it. Um, and because of that, I will give you a new super chat.
Oh my God!
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. But I just think that's, I don't know. Let me know in the chat, guys, and I'll get back to it. Do you think Sweeney Todd was worth the hype of like this mystery title? People were talking about I'm trying to think of what people were talking about like that was like really, really cool and out there. They were talking about some movies that that needed an upgrade. I'm trying to think, but there was a lot of good ones, and I was like, ooh, that would be cool. That would be cool. And then when it was Sweeney Todd, it was kind of like deflating a little bit because I mean, it's okay, but I mean, it's not something, to be honest, if I was them, I would have probably held off on announcing Rosemary's Baby and saved it for the set. And that was the mystery title because people wanted that because that Criterion has been out of print for so long. But yeah, I see like right here, like Jim Powers says, like, Todd does not move the needle. I don't think so either. I really don't. I don't know if it was just like they were like, well, we have this. It's not out. Let's just throw it in here. I don't know. It was a weird decision that was such a secret for some reason. Um, yeah, I mean, I've only seen it. I only watched it, I think, once. I didn't see it in theaters. I bought it and on a steel book, and then I watched it, and I was like, it's okay. Like, but the problem is, I mean, do you want to display it with your Johnny Depp collection or are you going to have it hidden off in this box hiding? See, that's another thing too. Like these movies are all, there's no, with this, there's no like sequence of like the movies, like, oh, they all need to be housed together in this box because like some of them, like Pet Cemetery, do you want them to be with the Pet Cemetery movies or do you want it to be by itself in here? It's to me, it's like I'm very aesthetically weird when it comes to that stuff. Like I would like the movies to be together. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's very, you got Smile in there, Crawl. I mean, Crawl could be great. I heard good things about it. I've never seen it. I can't say anything about it. Let me see. I know, and I mean, it makes more sense to keep the movies in the box. The problem is I don't know where to store this box. It's too big for a movie shelf. If you have a bookshelf, you could fit it in there, but then you'd have to fit it in this way, which you couldn't fit a lot of stuff on the side of it. So it's just a big set. And that was kind of one of the reasons I never bought any of those like Columbia Classic sets or anything like that. It's just I just didn't have the space for it. Something that big. Let me see. Is Don't Look Now? No, it's not in this box, but that could definitely be one that they do in a sequel. Um, I would have gotten the box if so, like, I mean, I think Friday 13 2 would have been cooler, but at the same time, I would have looked at it and been like, well, what the hell? I want a Friday 13 4K box. I don't want just part two thrown in here with Smile, because that's how my weird brain works. Um, all right. So again, we talked about Hellraiser, we talked about Paramount Screams. Those are the big ones. Another big one that just came out this month. This month was great with releases. I mean, it wasn't great on the wallet, but it was great with releases. There was so much cool stuff to come out. And I don't remember if I showcased this on any other stream. I may have, but this is something that came out recently that I have to showcase because I loved it. Um, and that's this Halloween box set. Now, you may or may not be the biggest fans of these movies. I think they're okay. Like I'm not like nuts about them, but I don't hate them by any means. But this is one of those Best Buy exclusive tin box sets. They've done a couple of these already, and this is for the new Halloween trilogy. Guys, I don't know what the status is as far as this thing in Best Buy. When Best Buy is done selling physical media, does this go away? Does another company take it? I would say if you don't hate these movies, I would probably snag this because it's beautiful. It's shiny. It's numbered. You've got the foam in here protecting. You get the steel books with some nice artwork here. I mean, I can't say that I don't like this. I like this a lot. Um, I really, really do. It comes with like a certificate of authenticity. It's numbered. Um, but yeah, I would say, especially if Best Buy is like going to be done with physical media and these are just going to be like, they're going to come and go. I would say get it now before they're gone forever. Um, and sell everything else that you have. If you have any of the all Halloween stuff, I would say sell it off. Get this. This is nice. I mean, it's you got them all right here. It's really, really nice looking. I recommend it. I highly do. This is one of my favorite box sets of the year so far, too. Um, just because of the aesthetic of it. I just think it's got a real cool look. I love the metal box set. Um, super, super cool. Let me see. Yeah, if you're talking about the Halloween one, I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with it. I agree too. I love those editions with the foam and the steel books. I really, really do. Um, Rumsfeld does. Because Queenie took a dump all over the other guy's lawn. Um, I I did not, but I'll probably get it. Um, again, it goes back to do I upgrade again? But I do love Silver Bullet. I really do. Yeah, I agree. I think another one, I would rather have this than the Paramount Scares box. That's just me. It's exactly like the Rambo set, and that's the one set that in Batman that they did these for that I missed, and I really regret it. I wish I had that Rambo set. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of scum through things that I picked up. I'll take all Heyman 4K. Yes, correct. All right, now I might have showcased this. This is another great one. So this is I did a whole video on this. This is the cool Arrow box set for Psycho. It's got all the Psycho movies in there. I watched all of them. They look great. This is another candidate for set of the year, which is again Arrow Video kicking ass. You remember I think I said Arrow was my favorite boutique label of maybe it was last year or the year before, but man, they are hitting it hard right now with this. And there's you still get the Warriors coming. I mean, they're killing it, guys. They are killing it. Um, Also this month we got the Toxic Avenger 4K. Cool, cool box. I mean, it's cool to have them all housed together. They look good. It's the best they've ever looked. Um, so again, what a month of cool sets, man. What a month. And I'm a big box set guy. I love box sets, love thick boxes, but again, I say that, but at the same time, like the boxes that can fit on the DVD shelf. Let me see. I got a couple big boxes. I got this. I haven't checked it out yet, but I love this movie. And this was that nice Wicker Man set. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Like, how beautiful is this? It's got some magnets in there. It's a really nice addition. Um, Really, really cool. Very happy to have this. I can't wait to dig into it. I love the Wicker Man. Um, and another big box is one that I've talked about on here for a while. And I said I'm almost positive I ordered it, but I don't know why it's not here. It's been out for months. And it showed up, guys. And it is May from Second Sight. I knew I ordered it, but I ordered it from like a weird site, and then it just like showed up, and I was like, huh. Thank God I didn't order it again because I literally was going through my emails trying to be like, where could I have ordered this from? I almost remember buying it. And then sure enough, it just showed up last week. So I haven't even had a chance to open it yet. I've got so much stuff to watch, to review, then plus my Halloween list that I'm trying to chip away at. Shows coming up, I'm trying to watch certain things for. So I haven't had a chance to even open May yet. But it's a good movie. I've had it on DVD for a long time. Um, all right, so I'm gonna get into some other stuff I've picked up. So let me see how I can categorize this. Okay, so I will do. Okay, I'm gonna go through this first. So if you guys don't know, I met up with a bunch of other YouTubers this past weekend at Bull Moose in Salem, New Hampshire. So we went, and one thing Bull Moose does is that they buy used DVDs and Blu-rays. So I had a ton. I have so much stuff that I just made a huge bag of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I brought them in and said, "Okay, what will you give me for those?" And it was and anybody who was at Bull Moose with me, that's in the chat, what's going on? If you're watching the replay, what's up, guys? Cool to meet everybody. I feel very guilty because there was so many people there, and I like forgot who I said hi to, who I maybe didn't. But I tried to work around and introduce myself to everyone, and I really do apologize if I maybe missed somebody. I even think there was a point in time where I said I introduced myself twice to the same person. Because like after I said it, I thought to myself, wait, I think I already introduced myself to them. So if I looked like a weirdo, I apologize, but everybody seemed very nice. It was cool. We got lunch and we went to Bull Moose. And like I said, I got $200 store credit at a store that I don't go to often. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go nuts here and spend $200. I don't care if it's used or whatever. So I grabbed a lot of stuff that I basically have been holding out on. You see it on my thing. That's what happened. So I was like, "There's no way you weren't there. There's no way." Um, so yeah, so I got $200. So I said, "Okay, I'm going to use this $200. I'm going to grab some stuff that I've just been holding out on." Now, with that being said, a lot of this I got used too, which was a big help because it's not a lot of times that I go to a store and leave with a stack and not spend loads of money. So the first one, yes, I picked up Secret Admirer, which I do own this already on Blu-ray from Olive Films, but I know that Kino came out with a new Blu-ray. And I've been holding off because number one, I always hold off. I don't buy Kinos day one because I don't care about the slips with Kinos too bad. So it's like if I miss them, I miss them. But they have such great sales on their website that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait till they all go out down in price, and I'll just get them at a better price. Um, oh, Dave, Dave did a video already. Oh, I haven't looked at it. I gotta go back and watch it. I know I was in it for sure. Um, that's funny. I'll go watch it. Dave's a good dude. Um, so I grabbed Secret Admirer. Love this movie, and I said, "You know what? I have store credit. That's like free money, basically." I basically traded a bunch of old stuff, doubles. So I'll take Secret Admirer. That was one. So snag that bad boy. This is one that I got used. It's one that I've been eyeing for a long time, and Justin, from the Rad Pack, Dead Couch, Movie Watch Daily, Justin David, whatever name he's going by these days, has been recommending this to me for a long time. I did catch it and I thought it was pretty good. I just didn't own it, and it had the slipcover it was used. So I was like, you know what, I'll get it. It was cheap. And that is The Stylist from Arrow Video. Um, so I grabbed this one. I know Jill did this movie, so that's pretty cool. And again, it's a pretty good movie. I kept seeing like it without a slipcover. What the heck? Oh, okay, it's a different thing underneath. And because it had the slip and it was used, I was like, I'll grab it now. I think this might have been like 14 bucks or 12 bucks or something like that. So I snagged the stylus as well. This I got used, and I'll thank Joe Martinez on this one because he found it like at the other end of the store. I think someone must have just traded it in. And I had mentioned I was looking for it. I was like, oh, if I could find it used, that would be great. So then it would be cheaper. I said, it's one I've wanted. I just haven't pulled the trigger because Criterion is the same way. I usually wait for sales. And if I miss it, I miss it and I get it on the next sale. But this is one that I've wanted because I actually didn't even own this in my collection at all. So that was Thelma and Louise, 4K from Criterion. I got it used, so I got a real good deal on it. I think it was 20 bucks, 19.99 or something like that. And Joe found it in like the other side of the store. I think it was on a rack of like things that just got brought in. So thank you, dude, for pulling this for me. But yeah, very cool. And plus, there's a 90s con coming around me. And guys, if you live in the New England area, let's all do a meetup at 90s con. I am trying to get the Rad Pack out there. I'm even being like, let's get a table. Like let's find a reason to get there. Um, because Thelma and Louise are going to both be there. So if you have a poster or this and you'd like to get a signed, that'd be a cool way to kind of meet them and get a sign. So very, very cool. I'm happy to have this. I haven't seen that movie in forever. So really one I'm looking forward to going back and checking out. Another one that I got cheap and used was Cobweb. It's got the slip on there for all you slip hounds on there. Why? This is a sealed? Still sealed? This was used, I thought. Okay. So yeah, it's probably why it was used. It's bouncing around in there. But I got this cheap. I think it was like 12 bucks. And this had just come out. Maybe this was like 9.99. Um, but it's one people have actually been saying is pretty damn good. So I just had, like I said, I just had Daniel over at the Cobwebs channel on my show a couple hours, an hour ago, and he recommends this as well. And so I figured, hey, for that cheap used with free money, basically, I'll take it. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited to have it. This was one I was so happy to grab because I've been on the fence about it, and I didn't want to pay over 30 bucks for it, but um, because I traded all that stuff in and they had it, and I think it was $30 exactly. I was like, all right, I'll get it. And that is The Burning on 4K. I love The Burning. It's just, again, it goes back to the whole idea of I don't want to always upgrade Scream Factories. Like, it's really annoying to me that I'm just paying for a little bit of a better transfer and all the same features. But man, I love this movie. And I think it's going to look really good in 4K because everything outside I feel like looks really good. So happy to have this, and I'm happy to have got to trade in a lot of stuff to get it instead of just buying it straight up. Um, yeah, guys, I haven't had a chance to say it yet, but make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, roundhouse kick it, smash it. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Again, we are on a race to 5K subs by the end of the year. Help me hit the goal, and I'm going to have a huge super show in January. So 5K super show. Like I said, the 1K super show is like one of my favorite videos I ever did. If If you check out the Rad Pack 1 Year Super Show is another good one. And if you like those like really big shows with like guests and skits and all this other stuff, then you want to help me get to 5K by the end of the year so we can do a big one, guys. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not. Um, but yeah, another one I grabbed, and Mel already called me out on it, saying it's all right, it's got a 4K. I don't need this in 4K. I got it cheap. I've never seen it. I'm interested in it, but I'm afraid I might hate it. So I don't know. It's Freaky. Freaky with Vince Vaughn. A part of me feels like I'm not gonna like this movie, but I've heard good things about it. So I figured I got this really cheap used, and it's the Blu-ray. And because there's a 4K now, this was like, I think this was $7.99 or something like that, maybe. So I did grab Freaky, haven't watched it yet. Um, I don't know. I mean, I like Freaky Friday. I like those movies. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but we will see because more people say they like it, except MG right now says cringe. I mean, that's what I think when I see this, and that's why I've never seen it yet. Because when I look at this, I'm like, ugh, this is not going to be good. But people really seem to dig it, so I figured I would give it a shot. It's been in my Amazon cart or whatever, like watch list for a long time, but I just never thought the price was right. I didn't want to pay over $10 for it. Um, oh no, Freaky's kind of rough. Oh, but Foz says he's watched it 3 times. Freaky is great. Dynamite Tiger, thanks, man. Go check out Dynamite. He's doing some music for me. Uh, Super rad dude. We have very similar tastes. Um, Huck enjoyed it. Okay. It's like hot chicks. I guess that could be okay. Gus, it's the same thing. Gus Vince Vaughn horror movie. Ugh. Uh, yeah, heck yeah, I love Surfer Sting. Yeah. So I mean, again, it seems like it's it's in the middle of like people that like it or not. It doesn't seem like my type of movie that I'd like, but again, I got it for a good price. This is one I definitely wanted. I just hadn't picked it up right off the bat. It wasn't a day one for me because I did already own this on Blu-ray. So I was like, I'll get it eventually, but now is the time. I don't think I got it used, but again, I was able to get a lot of money for my stuff, so I threw it in the lot, and that is the new Last House on the Left from Arrow. So again, something I didn't buy day one. Um, oh, maybe it was used because it doesn't even have a wrap on it. So this might have been used too. So I did get this used, I guess. So it was probably a good price. I think it was like probably $20 because this has just come out. So again, I grabbed this one. Cool to have it. It's got the arrow slip. So that is one I've added to the collection. It's one that I wanted, but I'm glad I waited. Um, and the last one I got was one that I surprisingly have only seen once in my life. I don't even remember if I liked it or hated it, but I did not own this. And I kind of like Adam Sandler's stuff from back in the 90s. Or was it the 90s or 2000s? You know, like the Billy Madison, Big Daddy. I even really liked 51st Dates a lot. And this just came out, and I was like, you know what? I don't own it, so I'll get it. I think it was used as well. And now it's Little Nicky, the Scream Factory Blu-ray. So I really don't remember this at all. I can like picture the voice. It was kind of annoying, but like I really want to give this another watch. And like I said, the fact that I didn't own this at all in my whole collection, not even on DVD, nothing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it and hope that it becomes one that I really like because I think there's a lot of people out there that like this one. But again, I don't know if I'm gonna dig it or not. But like I said, when you trade in stuff and get all this extra money, you want to try to use it because I didn't know the last time I was going to go back to Bull Moose. So I was like, I think I had like a couple bucks left. So I was like, oh, what am I going to grab? And I was like, oh, I'll just get Little Nicky. Um, So anyway, that was my haul from Bull Moose. And then now I'm going to go through just things I've picked up throughout the month really quick, and then I'll get out of here. Okay. And just if I've seen it, I'll give you a review on it. So I did get the Blob 4K. It looked good, but I kinda regret buying it, to be honest with you. If I look back, I would rather have my, like, 30 bucks back. But see what I do for YouTube, guys? We did a show on the Rad Pack Pod. If you haven't watched it, it's the Blob versus Stuff. It was a real fun episode. Go head over there at the Rad Pack Pod YouTube channel. Check it out. It's also I don't know if it's on the audio yet. Could be, but I bought it for the show to hype the show and stuff like that. So I did it for the tube basically. And I do love this movie, but I just think for $30 for a little bit of a better transfer, maybe um, it wasn't really worth it. I should have just stuck to my Blu-ray, but I have it. I opened it. I watched it. It is what it is. But yeah, if you've never seen it, I recommend buying it. If you don't have the Blu-ray from Scream Factory, I recommend buying it. Like I said, I don't hate it. Um, I don't hate it at all. I love it. It's just like I said, $30 for a little bit of a better transfer and all the same features on what I already have. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Yeah, for your sake, I'm doing it for your sake. Um, yeah, Blob smoked this stuff, by the way. So it's really cool. Did I keep the yeah, I have that. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I love the artwork on that slip. Um, yeah, go watch it. If you haven't watched it, it's a fun episode because it really did sweep the floor with them. Um, all right, I got Dead Girl. Was this the right way? Dead Girl Blu-ray 15th anniversary. Um, again, this movie is it was a big hit when it came out in 2000 and well, if it's 15 years, 2008. When this came out in 2008, it was a pretty big hit in the horror realm. People really enjoyed it, but 2008 was a very different time in horror than it is now. This I can't recommend to people per se. I mean, again, it all depends on the type of horror you're into. Um, I did watch it because it's been years since I've seen it. I had the DVD and whatnot. The quality looks good. And I know this is one that people dig, but it's intense. And it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure like the quality looked good so I can kind of tell you guys about it. Quality looked good. Uh, what's up, Brandon? Mel says, "Yikes." Um, what is on the slipcover? It's lips, man. Just lips. Um, yeah, like I said, it's an intense film. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it's it's not awful, that's for sure. But like I said, it was a pretty big hit when it came out in 2008. So this is the 15th anniversary Blu-ray. You get the slip, and you get that alternate art on there. It's two versions of the film. You got the unrated and the rated. It's got a lot of features on here. Like it says, indie classic, the best of Cronenberg. That's what it reminds you. I could see that. I could see it's a little bit Cronenberg esque. So again, this is new to Blu-ray. So if it's something that you might be into, you can check it out. Are you telling me to stop? Oh wow, hold on. Gus, look at you, man. See, I did it for the tube, and you say you only paid $21 on the ball. That makes my life better. Thank you so much, Gus, man. Another supporter from day one, the Guster. The Guster. All right, let me get this going for you, pal.
Oh my God!
All right, I got another one coming. Who is it? Look at Mike. Gus. So you gave me 199 super chat just to chant Gus. So instead of Michael, Mike, it's Gus. Gus. Is that what you wanted me to do? Oh, Michael. Michael Emerson, come on down. All right, I'll just do this one for the heck of it.
You know why they call me Mo?
No, what?
Because every time people give me money, I always want more.
Yeah, there's some new features on here. You got it, dude. I didn't miss him. I saw him up there. All right, let me go. So, is Cody in here still? If Cody's in here, he might be able to help me. So I was at a thrift store and I always check out their VHSs, and I've never seen or heard of this movie. And I saw the VHS. I'm like, this, I need to get this. This is rad as hell. Does anybody know anything about a movie called Living Large? It's 90s. It says HBO Video. Anybody heard of this? I've never heard of this before. Looks rad though, doesn't it? Living Large. One of the best pop comedies of the season. Anybody know anything about it? I mean, this looks wild. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what year this came out. I can't see it. Can't see it. Living Large. Anybody know anything about it? Definitely something pretty cool. Looks up my alley. Brian goes blue, man. I was I was talking about you on my Rad Company stream earlier. Hope all is well, dude. All right. I got the Mist in 4K Steelbook. Haven't opened it yet. Haven't looked at it, but the Best Buy exclusive Mist, like that movie. Got that. Even the Rise Steelbook, Best Buy exclusive. Scream Steelbook 4K. Got this from Scream Factory. Guys, My Demon Lover is awesome. So if you, and it's never looked better. If you guys have never seen this, I recommend it. Rad recommendation, My Demon Lover. Scream Factory just put out this Blu-ray. I would recommend going to check this out. For sure. If you've never seen it. This is such a good movie. Such a good movie. So fun. Highly, highly, highly recommend. All right. What else do I got? All right. If you guys didn't know, I did get the Night of the Demons collection from Scream Factory. I did end up biting the bullet on that. I don't remember. Did I get the bundle? I think I got the bundle, yeah. With the other slips and stuff. So I got that. Perfect movies for Halloween. Megan 4K Steel. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet because I did order a big box set from the UK that comes with this exact Steelbook. So I might do a giveaway on this maybe. Possibly. Because I did order a big set from the UK. It's just not here yet. It's like a big chunky box. It comes with this. You can get the Steelbook inside. But when it gets here, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that. But I didn't own Megan otherwise because I didn't own Megan. I actually, you know what? I bought Megan on Blu-ray finally because it was super cheap. I think it was like $9.99 because I was waiting for the 4K, and as soon as I bought it, the 4K was announced, so I returned the Blu-ray because it was only like a couple days later. I got Bug. I love this movie. I know a lot of people love it or hate it. So when they announced the Blu-ray, is this Blu-ray or 4K? It's a Blu-ray because it only had a DVD, and so I snagged this from Imprint, and I watched it already. I don't know. I don't think the transfer was that great, to be quite honest with you. I thought it was going to be unbelievable because it's got all these neons and stuff like that. That looked good, but there was a lot of scenes that I felt like were very poor quality. Like it could be better than the DVD, but it felt like I was watching the DVD, to be quite honest with you. And I'm gonna be quite honest, man. Like I said, I'm always gonna be honest. Okay, I don't care if people send me stuff or not. I tell people, I said you can send me stuff to review, but I'm not just gonna promote it. I'm gonna be dead honest. And that might be a good or bad thing. I don't know. But I love this movie. If you don't own this movie, get it. This is the nicest version you're gonna get. I mean, it's got a little slip box. You've got that old school cover there. I love that image too. It's got a couple features in the back, and it's a great movie, guys. I remember seeing this in the theaters, and I really, really liked it. It's a weird movie. Friedkin does like a intro on this as well. And he was proud of it. And I can't believe it's been out since 2006. It's wild. But yeah, I mean, I just thought this would have looked nicer considering, when it came out and all the neon aesthetics in it. But um, you guys let me know if you pick it up, if you guys think so. I thought it was just subpar as far as the image quality, picture quality of it. I did snag Friday the 13th with this special slip cover here. And it's the 4K steelbook. I didn't own it. I didn't own the 4K at all, so this was my way to get it. Figured I could best of both worlds with this limited waxwork steel. Slip with the steelbook. I love this steelbook with just the regular image on it. So I did get it. I watched it. It looked great. I know a lot of people complained of it being dark. I could see that in some scenes it was being really dark, but overall I thought it looked fantastic. Like I said, movies take place outside always look pretty good. This is another one. The Last Island. I love like island movies, like movies where people are stuck on an island or shipwrecked or plane crash and they've got to live on an island. Lord of the Flies. Like I love that concept. This one's pretty good. Last Island. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's the first time I checked it out. It's from 1990. Same kind of story where, that starts out great and then people start, working together and then people are fighting and whatnot. But The Last Island, I think this is new. It's coming from Cult Epics. So The Last Island, again, like I said, 1990 movie. It looks like it's a made for TV movie, but pretty cool. It's got a new 2K HD transfer from the original 35 millimeter print. It's got some audio commentaries behind the scenes and just a little bit of an interview with some of the cast. So again, I'd never seen this before. I watched it, thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to say it was amazing, but again, it was pretty good. It just feels like a very made for TV movie, which I like. I like those kind of things. It says in the back an adult version of Lord of the Flies. I can see that. Lord of the Flies is better, but again, this is new from Cult Epics. Cult Epics, yes. Here's a new one. Blu-ray from Synapse. Tombs of the Blind Dead. I love this movie, so I'm super happy to have this. Looks great. It's never looked better. Highly recommend this. Again, I have the box set on DVD from Blue Underground, I think. And it was really cool, like tomb box or whatever. But this is the first one. Really, really cool. 2-disc edition. It comes with 2 versions of the film, US version and the director's cut. Spanish version. So again, Tombs of the Blind Dead. I recommend this one for sure. I forgot I bought this. Haven't opened it yet. I did get this Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Steelbook Shout Factory, and it was from at Walmart. I've never seen this movie, so I eventually will watch it, but I've never seen it and didn't hear anything good about it, but I'm intrigued by it. And then a couple more. I think these are my last 2. And then Visual Vengeance, I got a couple to check out from them. Lichen Colony and Vampires and Other Stereotypes. I have not watched either of these yet. Like I said, it's been a wild month with things I need to watch. So those are 2 I have not been able to check out yet. And then I got a Vinegar Syndrome order in. And I did get an email saying that something else is on its way already too. So I'll probably be doing that soon. And this is partner label stuff. So Night Chills. So basically this is talking about some old school computer games, which I am a sucker for these kind of documentaries. So I grabbed this. Same thing. If you're watching it, if you guys are if you are watching the show, you know who you are because you reached out to me on Instagram. And that is the Sega Complete History Volume 1. So again, this is another one where I'm really into it. Loved Sega Genesis. And I know the person who made this watches the show. So if you're in the chat, here you go. I finally got it in. I told you I hadn't got it yet. Finally here. I'm going to check it out very, very soon. But I'm excited to check this out. A huge fan of the Genesis. And again, you guys know those documentaries, they sell out quick. So I don't even know if they're still available anymore. But definitely ones I'd check out if you're big video game guys. Now, this one is the one that I'm going to give you a rad recommendation on. It's cheesy as hell, but it's fun, and that is Day of the Panther and Strike of the Panther. This is coming from partner label over at Vinegar Syndrome. Who put this out? Oh, Umbrella did it. Umbrella did it. So I recommend this. Very, very cool. I had this like on a really crappy DVD. I just had Day. I never had Strike. I don't even think I've ever seen Strike, to be honest. I don't think I've watched it. But the name of the main character in this is Jason Blade, and it's just like one of those '90s martial arts movies that were coming out back then. This one is just fun. Um, it's so cheesy, but it just works. I love this kind of stuff. I love this kind of like fun, hokey martial arts stuff. So yeah, gang. So that's my October haul. Um, oh, hey, what's up, John Doe? Yeah, this was kind of last minute, so that's probably why. Sega. Um, ooh. All right, hold on. Let's see what Brian says here. This? Do I open this? Oh, Slopes Game Room? Is that what you're asking me? What am I supposed to do here? There's writing. Inside? Oh. What? How do I get to that? What am I supposed to do? I see there's writing in here, but how am I supposed to see it? Easter eggs. What does it say, dude? How am I supposed to get in there? I know, but how am I supposed to take that out? I can't move it. Is it a sticker? I see it in there. It says Easter eggs and it's like a little note. See it? It's pretty sick. I don't know. I don't want to wreck it. How am I supposed to get in there? I'll do it when I'm not. I'll do it. What am I supposed to do here? I'm not going to wreck the slip here. I'll do it when I'm not on stream so I can pay attention. I don't want to wreck this on stream. What do I do, dude? You're killing me, Smalls. But I'll look into that. Oh, okay. So he found you too. All right, cool. All right, I'll have to check it out. Maybe I'll have him send me another slip. Maybe I'll have to use a mirror. Sure. Son of a gun. He he knows how to mess with the community. He's like, let's see if they'll rip the slip. But guys, again, this was kind of spur of the moment. I was supposed to do this stream last night, but I had a long day at work and I was like dead tired when I get home. So didn't happen. But if you guys didn't, I did episode 1 of Rad Company today with Daniel. And again, I apologize. My internet was being a little wonky towards the end. So I kind of cut it short a little bit. So I apologize for that. But definitely go check that out. Go subscribe to the channel if you're not. Like I said, we're on the road to 5K. Thank you for everybody popping in and checking this out live. Thank you for everybody coming in and checking out on the replay. Let me know what your thoughts on any of this stuff I talked about, my opinion on scares, and just let me know. And guys, if you are interested in that In Search of Darkness 90s horror documentary, the pre-order ends on Halloween, and I have a discount code that will end on Halloween as well. So reach out to me on Instagram at Born to Be Rad if you want me to send you the link. I will post the link in the description box or maybe on a pinned comment. So you just click that link and you purchase whatever bundle you want from there, and then it'll apply my discount at checkout. So again, if you're planning on getting it, I appreciate if you use my discount code. It'll get you a discount. And also it'll just look good for me working with these companies and stuff on their products. So it's a product I really, really enjoy. I have every one of the documentaries and the clock is ticking on it. So if you're going to make that chance and take the chance and want one of these pre-order perks or whatever, then let me know and I will give you that discount link. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. We've got another show coming on Friday with Dead Pit talking Exorcist. You're not going to want to miss that because I had to watch all the sequels this week and it was rough. So, gang, This is Garrett. I want to be rad. And like always, stay